Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, She Plans, She Budgets. In today's video, we will be weekly checking in from February the 21st through the 29th, so let's get started. Right here I have my stickers I'll be using from Erica Life Vlogs and Hazel Creation Studios. Alright, and then here is my expense tracker legend. So I like to represent gas with a purple tracker, pink for groceries, blue for personal, yellow for laundry, green for household, and orange for unbudgeted. And I keep that clipped here, but I'm going to move it for right now. Also, I use this mini blue notebook just to keep track of all of my expenses, like this for example. And I am going to be starting with my gas expenses here. So let me grab my purple expense trackers. So checking in from the 21st to the 29th. For gas, I only had one transaction, which was yesterday on the 29th. And I put $60 in my car. And I didn't spend the $60. I just like to store $60 at a time in my car for gas, just so whenever I need it while I'm on the go, I don't have to worry about pulling it from the cash envelope before leaving. I'll just already have it in there, and then once it gets low or I use it all, I'll just restock it. And I pulled that money yesterday for $60. And once I take the money out of my envelope, I do consider it spent. All right, so next is for groceries. I had three transactions, one on the 23rd and then two on the 29th. So for groceries, I will be using my pink stickers. And for the 23rd, I went to both Aldi's and ShopRite, and I spent a total of $248 on the 23rd. So right here last Sunday. And then on the 29th, I spent $28 at Aldi's and then $14 at ShopRite. So I'm gonna just write A plus S. So 28 plus 14 is 42. And I spent a total of $42. And that was yesterday as well. And because I did a little bit of grocery shopping and restocked for gas yesterday, I will be rolling over any remaining amount of money in my cash envelopes today for my debt Snowball payment. All right, so after groceries, I had one transaction for household, and for that I'll be using green. I went to Dollar Tree, Aldi's, and ShopRite, and I didn't bother to break down the individual prices. So I'm just going to write DT for Dollar Tree, plus A for Aldi's, plus S for ShopRite. And I spent a total of $25. And that was on the 23rd as well. All right. Next for laundry, I did laundry on the 23rd and I paid $20 on my laundry card. And I'll pull out my yellow expense tracker. So laundry. I don't think I spent the entire $20. I think I had about $6 or $8 remaining on the card. But I'm just going to mark down 20 because that's how much money left the envelope. And the remaining balance of the $20 is sitting on my laundry card for the next time I need to use it. All right. And then lastly, for my personal expenses, I have a long list of that. So let me flip to the first page. So here are my transactions. So skipping down to the 22nd, because I didn't have any personal expenses on the 21st. So the 22nd, I had expense from Wawa for $23, Uber Eats for $50.99, a Lyft ride for $29.73. So I'm going to add those three transactions together to use one expense tracker. So again, Wawa was $23, Uber Eats was $50.99, and then my Lyft ride was $29.73 for a total of $103.72. So $103.72, and that was for Wawa, Uber Eats, and a Lyft ride. Okay, and that was on the 22nd. And these transactions were from my boyfriend and I visiting one of my friends from college. It was his birthday party. His birthday was actually on the 27th, but we celebrated it with him on the 22nd. So my boyfriend and I went to Wawa to grab some snacks, and we took a train to my friend's party. And then that's how we got the Lyft ride from the train station to the party and back. And then also we ordered Uber Eats at their house because, you know, it was a late night, so we got hungry. That's where those expenses came from visiting a friend for their birthday. Then my next set of personal expenses were on the 26th. Well, not the next set, but the next expense. I went to a restaurant called Frame for lunch, and that expense was, it was me and one of my co-workers. I actually treated that day. So for both of us, it was $31.04. And the food is absolutely delicious there. And that was on the 26th. Make sure you can see this. Let's move it up a tad. All right, and then on the 27th, I had three transactions. So one was for Uber Eats for $34.17. So $34.17. My boyfriend and I ordered for dinner that night, but earlier that day I had lunch at a halal place for $6. And then later on that night, after dinner, I ordered my April budget kit stickers from Romina Rosa. Always jack up her name. Romina Rosa. And she was having a 15% sale for her birthday. So I spent a total of $36.85. So for the day, I spent $77.02. Okay, so that was Hello, Uber Eats, and Romina Rosa. All on the 27th. And as you can see here, my utilities bill was due for $209, and that was taken care of. And I am all out of my blue expense stickers. I did place an order in the Romina Rosa order to order more blue stickers. So when those get here, I will resume using that. But for right now, I'm going to switch over to my orange stickers that I normally use for budgeted expenses. But this time it's going to be for personal, so I'm going to write personal on here because I have one more transaction from the 29th. And it was at Old Navy, and I purchased my boyfriend some clothing items in celebration of him getting a new job. So since he will be starting that new job in about 2 weeks, you'll see probably by my April budget that things will drastically change because we will resume sharing expenses. So most of the things that I cover that I've been showing you all is stuff I normally don't cover. So for example, Xfinity won't be there anymore. Utilities, phone number 2, the mortgage will get split in half, and the cash envelopes and sinking funds will go down a little bit. I think that's everything. But I will share with you all that when the time comes, because we already did like pre-plan what his expenses will be on a monthly basis. So I'll probably run through that quickly in my April budget video. Because I think I'm gonna still do the same thing for March as I did in February as far as covering most to all of the expenses. Because I don't cover every single one, I just cover most of them right now. He still does do some, but he'll take over more in April. So I'll share that with you guys when the time comes, just to show you the expenses he's taking over. I'm just saying, I do have them written out already, but I'll just share that later on, just so it makes sense at that time. All right, so this isn't a true unbudgeted expense. This was coming out of my personal fund for $22.57. And I'm just using an orange sticker because, as you saw, I ran out of the blue ones. All right. So lastly, we're going to take a look at my sinking funds. All right, so I had a few transactions between the 21st and the 29th. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So on the 23rd, I went to Dollar Tree and I purchased some self-care stuff. I'm trying to think, what did I specifically buy? But whatever it was, it came out of the self-care category for $7. And then for my pets, I purchased some cat food and cat litter, which came out of the pet fund for $20. Then on the 24th, from self-care again, I purchased some Motrin because it was that time of the month and I found out that I ran out of Motrin, so I had to go buy some more. That cost $11. And then lastly, on yesterday at the mall, I purchased my birthday gift for my grandmother, and I got 2 cards. One was a birthday card and another was a get well soon card for a coworker of mine, and that totaled to be $50. I went to Bath and Body Works and purchased really 2 good smelling candles. I absolutely love them, the scents. And I was always taught that when you purchase things for someone, always purchase things that you would like and want. That's how you'll know it's a good gift to get. So that's what I did. And it was the one candle, trying to think what the scent one was. I think the first one was a Georgia peach scent, and I love anything peach. And then the second one was like a stress relief was the name of it, and it smells great. Absolutely great. I almost don't want to give that one, but I'm not going to be shasty to my grandmom. So all of those gifts and the 2 cards cost $50. So gifts should have about $10 remaining. So, okay, so that is 3 transactions. And I have a similar problem as my personal. I have 1 sinking fund sticker remaining. So again, I'll be using these because I have so many of these. Because at a time, you know, I wasn't really good with my credit card, but since I've got better, I just have a lot of these sitting around. So in my Romina Rosa order, I purchased some more. Instead of gray, I switched to taupe, I believe, because she doesn't offer a great color. And because I ordered her April budget kit, I figure I might as well just throw in the expense tracker sheets as well. So that's why the color will be changing. And then, okay, so the first transaction was self-care. So I'm gonna just write sinking funds. I normally don't write like each category because I like to just flip over to the sheet and explain it in the transaction log. So the first one was for $7. And the second was 20. So I'm gonna write 27 to combine the same day. So 27 for self-care and pets. And then I'm just gonna write the next two. So sinking funds was $11 for the Motrin, and then sinking fund for gifts was $50. So that's everything. All right, so the 23rd, 24th, and 29th. All right, so the first one was on the 23rd. Next on the 24th. And then the final one was on the 29th. Problem. All right. So I'll just put it right here on the 28th, but we know that was on the 29th. All right, so now for my no spins. I had quite a few actually, and I'm actually really proud of that. Because there was a time where I'll really like really be heavy on this and try to like, oh, I have to have no spend days, blah, blah, blah. But I've learned to realize I budgeted out my expenses to be what they are, like $250 for personal, $200 for gas, you know, and so on. So I figured if I spend money every single day but remain under budget or within my budget, then it's okay if I don't have a no spend day. Long as I don't go over budget, that's the real goal. Not having, you know, 12 spend days in a month is not a big goal for me or a goal at all. It used to be. Now I'm just concerned with staying within my budget. So if I budgeted $250 for personal and I spend $249, beautiful. And if all $249 was spent every single day and I have no spend days, that's okay. So as long as when I do have some, it's nice to see, but if I don't, it's whatever. So my next no spend day was on the 25th, and the last one was on the 28th, because this really happened on the 29th. All right, so let's move on to checking in, and I'm going to just flip everything over to that page. All right, because we have the first 3 weeks on the front and we have the last 2 weeks on the back. And this is when I originally broke this down, I had it from the 21st through the 27th and then from the 28th through the 29th to account for those 2 days. But we're going to just do both of them today. So let me zoom in just a little. All right. And I'm going to just write these categories down real quick. All right. So starting with gas. I didn't spend any money between the 21st and the 27th because I spent it on the 29th. So I'm going to put $60 down here. And I should have a remaining of 20. Last time for gas, I had a remaining of 80. Okay, next for groceries. So on the 23rd, I spent $248. Last time I had $291. So that had left me with $43, if I recall. Yep. So it left me with $43. And then on the 29th, I spent $42. So I should have $1 remaining. For household, on the 23rd, I spent $25. Last time I had only $25, so this was $0 remaining. And I didn't spend anything here. Laundry, I spent $20 on the 23rd, which left me with $15. And then this week I didn't spend anything, so I should still have that $15. Next is personal. And I'm just looking at my notebook here. So got the 23rd and the 26th. Okay, so starting with the 23rd. I mean, not the 23rd, the 22nd. I spent 23 plus 50, 99 plus 29, 73 plus 3104 on the 26th. Gives me a total of 134.76. Last time I had, last time I had $13, but this I had a payday on the 21st, so personal got $250 added. So let's do that math. So 13 from last time plus 250 from my 21st payday on the 21st equals 263. Sorry, I'm doing this off camera. Okay, let me do that again. So last time I had $13 plus I added in $250 on my payday from the February 21st equals 263. Then subtract the 134.76 means I should have had 128.24 remaining. And then on the 29th, oopsies, wrong again. I apologize because I excluded the 27th transactions. All right. So I'm adding the transactions from the 23rd, $23, from the 22nd, $23 plus $50.99 plus $29.73 plus from the 26th, $31.04 plus $34.17 plus 6 plus $36.85, all from the 27th, which equals $211.78, which makes way more sense. So that week between the 21st and the 27th, I spent $211.78. Now take that minus the $250 I added on payday plus the $13 I had remaining from the previous week. So I should have had $51.22 remaining. $51.22. All right. And then on the 29th, I spent $22.57. So subtracting $51.22 minus $22.57 equals $28.65. didn't write the minuses here. So 2257 means my remaining amount personal should be 2865. Whew, sorry, that was a little bit of a struggle. All right, so now for my sinking funds. All right, so between the 21st and the 27th, I had 1, 2, 3 transactions. So that is 7 plus 20 plus 11, which equals $38. And then the last one was 50. Oops, too much. Okay. So for sinking funds, on week 4, I spent $38. Week 5, I spent $50. So now for the remainings. Sinking funds last time had $890. So 890 minus 38 equals 852. And then 852 minus 50 is 802. So that is how much I should have remaining in my sinking funds, which we will count together in my February monthly budget closeout video, so stay tuned for that. Lastly, for unbudgeted, I didn't have any unbudgeted, but from week 3 I did have unbudgeted, so my remaining amount is still negative $177.37. So I will write that in red in both spots. Negative $177.37. And for those who may not know, that is from a vet bill that I recently had. My one of my cats had an eye infection, so I had to take them to the pet hospital. And that is what my invoiced amount was. And I did go ahead and pay that from my emergency fund. And so I will replace that once I get my tax return back. So that may be the end of March or early April, and I will be sharing with you all my tax return amount and how I plan to budget that out in a variable income budget. That will be coming up probably in a few weeks. So stay tuned for that as well. All right, so now that we have all of our numbers in, we are going to verify cash envelopes using these numbers right here. All right, so here are my cash envelopes. Let me zoom out. All right, so for gas, I should have a remaining amount of $20, and I do. And like I mentioned earlier, we are going to set this money to the side because I already covered the week between March 1st and my next payday, which is on March 6th. So this $20 will get rolled over to debt, and I'm gonna set that to the side here. All right, and then I'll write the numbers that I took the money later. For groceries, I should have $1, and I do. This $2 will go towards debt. Household, I should have nothing, and I do not. Laundry, I should have 15, and I do. We do not intend on doing any laundry today, March 1st. So, and we typically do it only on the weekends. We rarely go during the week. So I will set this to the side as well, $15 from laundry. And then the rest are my sinking funds. And again, we will go through each of these envelopes in my budget closeout video. So for that Snowball envelope, we will be adding in $20, $30, $35, $36. And I will deposit this money into my bank account on my payday, March 6th, if I don't go before that. And then you will see it in an upcoming Pay Debt With Me video. So today is 3/1, and I am adding in $36 for a total of $36. All right, and I think I mentioned before too in another video, I kept my tax money in this envelope miscellaneous, but I recently got my taxes done, so that envelope is now empty, indicated by the 0 there. So that is everything. Oh, one more actually. I want to verify with you my personal, because I do like to keep a split amount between cash and my debit card. So my total personal should be $28.65. On my debit card, I do have $23.65, which means I should have $5 in cash. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I do. So this money I will keep with me until March 5th, because sometimes if I don't have time to make my own coffee in the morning, I might go buy some from Dunkin' Donuts on my way to work, or I might use it for lunch or something like that. So if this $5 is still there by March 5th, I will roll that over to my debt Snowball as along with the $36. And if anything is left on my debit card from the $23.65 portion of it, I will roll that as well to my debt Snowball. And all that will be updated in my Pay Debt With Me video. All right, so that is all of my cash. So I'm going to zoom out and switch back over to the calendar view, because now we can verify that all my transactions were accounted for. Okay, so the 103.72 on the 22nd, all of these were checked in for. This utility bill of $209 was paid. Sinking funds, personal, and the phone bill number 2 for $136 was paid as well. Okay, so that is everything for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!